Big Dumb Post Show.
What's happening?
Hey.
How was your weekend? You had a big weekend, Trace. You want to get right into that?
Yeah, let's jump right into it, man. Denver, you guys broke a record on Saturday night in a big way. This is the first time outside of Memphis, Tennessee, in that area, right?
Which is where St. Jude is. Yep.
Right. St. Jude Children's Hospital on that side is closer. It's their home. First time this side of the Mississippi that a city with their St. Jude Gala has raised $1 million.
That's awesome. $1 million?
Yes. And so for the last year, I've served on the advisory board for this gala. I went to the gala last year, asked me to be a part of it, and I was like, absolutely, anything for St. Jude. And so the process of this last year, knowing that we had a chance, and then this was Saturday night. Like, it's just...
Look at that number, 1,080,000.
I think, like, in that moment, I was probably like, that number's so big, it would take me a second to
Did they flash it
compute
right? Is this the picture of it? Just announcing it? Like that night?
Going up there, I knew that we hit 1 million. It was told to write, but if you can see, he's holding, like, there's a blue, look by his hand, that's a sticky note, like in real time. From the 30 seconds I went on stage before the announcement was made, they were still tallying. So I knew right before that we hit 1 million. I didn't know that it was going to be $80,000 over 1 million. So I think just seeing it, it was just super emotional. It was so great.
Where was this?
This was at the Denver Art Museum.
Nice.
Fancy.
It was
fancy.
Fancy.
What kind of snacks? Was it past hors d'oeuvres?
We love to
Those
see
are
it.
Best.
Yes.
Anything with past hors d'oeuvres is where I want to be.
Right. Okay, but here's the difference. Is last year, I was all about the past hors d'oeuvres, right? They had these really fun drinks that were made special for it. And
I like to camp right where they come out of the... You got to set up right where they're coming out first.
It's not heavily handled at that point.
Picked through.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes. And I agree on all of those things. But if you could scoot for just a second one more time, that dress was not allowing snacks.
Oh.
Okay?
Yeah, I can see that.
That dress was not
painted on.
That dress was a you get up and do your job, you can eat when you get home kind of night. I didn't have one past hors d'oeuvre that night.
No DoorDash pantyhose, right?
Oh, man.
Yeah. Trey knows.
What did you say? I missed it. What'd you say?
No DoorDash pantyhose.
Oh.
Trey was with me at the CMAs when I ripped my pantyhose one time, and so our like 6'5" former football player in college had to get me pantyhose, which was a very fun thing to send him out to DoorDash to receive pantyhose.
It was just funny.
So no, he's seen the behind the scenes. It takes a lot, and there's no snacks involved in that. But yeah, it was really good. It was really good.
That's awesome.
All
$1 million for St. Jude. Can't hate that.
Yes, we donated a package here at KYGO for Kenny Chesney's final Sphere show.
Not the one that got canceled, right?
No. Oh my God!
He canceled 2 of them. Were you
when that freaking
out?
Yes. Yeah, we didn't talk about that. Yes, because that was Friday afternoon after the show.
I know.
And that was our package, and I was like, no. Because it was this, we worked out a Venetian suite, airlines. I got Roper and Stetson, my crew with them. They did $1,000 in clothes. Glam House was doing a makeover on whoever won. It went for $8,000. So it was a huge package. And to think that could have been the show.
Scrambling.
And also in this moment too, knowing that number was just announced and like the release of planning something for like a year, and it worked. Was in there too. It was just so cool. It was so cool.
Speaking of which we didn't talk about, we haven't talked about since Friday, the Artemis 2 landing. Can we talk about that?
We did talk about that on the show today.
It was awesome.
Watch out.
Awesome.
Watch out. It's about space.
I know.
Yes.
It's about space, and I said on Friday, I kind of liked it.
Did you log onto YouTube to watch it live? I had it on the TV for like 2 hours. When they were so far away from Earth was this big on screen.
Yeah.
And the live feed from NASA. I watched the whole thing, and it was awesome. I had tears in my eyes when I landed.
I got a little emotional too, and I was really glad that I did. First, we just watched it on TV. I don't know.
Or did you watch like a?
We watched it live.
Okay,
but it was like a network
Sure.
that was doing, and they were doing cut-ins with like the San Diego local news.
So you were watching the same.
Okay, so I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know me and channels.
They're on a boat.
Like,
They're on a, the boat that was going to rescue them.
Yeah,
There was
yeah.
a meteorologist. There was the lady interviewing the guy. They were all the nerds that made all of this happen. I seriously, we texted for a little bit.
Yeah.
I got emotional because I forced my kids, put your phones down. We're watching this. This is his story.
Okay, so let me ask you this: when you were watching this with your kids, the age that you are, did you have a slight challenger moment in your heart?
I was just about to say.
Yes.
And we
Yes.
talked about the challenger because
Yes.
Jed is exactly the age where I watched it live.
Okay.
Because he came home from Fridays like, yeah, Dad, we were watching some of it at school today, the Artemis, and I was like, now you know how I feel.
Yeah.
Or felt when Challenger exploded, and we pulled up some of that footage while we were watching it because he's like, tell me about it. Tell me about the olden days, Dad, and what you went through. And I was like, it was so hard to watch, and so now I'm nervous for Artemis too because I was like triggered. I was triggered.
Ian was talking about that too at home because he remembers. I don't remember Challenger, but I remember we watched it in class.
Rolled in the TV.
Yes.
It was a big moment.
But I was I don't remember it happened. It would be like a kindergartner or a first grader remembering watching 9/11. Like, what happened, but I don't remember it. All I remember about that day was my mom asking, like, if my sister and I were okay. And I was just like, yeah, like you're just at that age of like.
You couldn't grasp it.
I couldn't grasp it, but
sure.
Ian was really, really affected by it.
Yeah,
and so
me too.
we were telling AJ the same thing on Friday.
Yes.
About like, you have to understand as we watch this and all of the excitement. And then, and I didn't really want to plant that seed with him because he gets worried. But in my head too, I was like, what would we do right now if there was an accident? It was crazy. And there is not a person around that remembers or was alive during that didn't feel that way on Friday night.
Yes.
Yeah.
You nailed it. I felt all of those things. I started to give speeches on, look at all of these smart people, the scientists.
Yeah.
Everything that Artemis was doing was to a second. They knew everything that was going to happen. They knew when the blackout period was going to happen. It all went to plan, and it was amazing to watch.
It's cool.
There's so much bad in the world, but for like an hour on Friday afternoon, I think we all felt the pride.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're heroes, smart, and they did the thing. It was amazing.
Yeah,
it was
they did
amazing.
Did you see how many people, by the way, when we were talking about it on this post show, the clip kind of went viral, how many people believe it was just a screen? It's so crazy.
I did see
Yeah.
those comments.
It was like, I didn't realize that was a narrative until our own show and the people that are like, get real, you guys. I'm like, I didn't know that was a thing.
Mention it now. Yeah, it was all a hoax. Now we're going to get comments because people still today think it didn't happen.
Okay, so I want to also talk about the other thing that I felt about Artemis on Friday.
All the things.
I'm loving it. Everything, all emotions are high. It is now landed in the ocean. Pretty cool, right? And now everybody's okay, but you don't, like they haven't opened a door.
Still floating, still doing this
They're
with the
just
balloons.
floating. So now I'm like, boy, I like seasick.
Get me out!
Get me out. And then they start talking about what happens next. And my heart sank when they said, they're gonna go in and get the astronauts out, and the first thing they're gonna do is get on a plane and fly 2 hours and get debriefed. I'm like, you just got to get on a plane next. Let them have a day in San Diego.
Yeah,
you're gonna put them on
the
a plane, a helicopter and a plane. They just got down. Did you think that too?
Not really.
Oh my God, I am worked up right now again because it's not fun to go to an airport. They better fly private.
God, travel days can suck.
I mean,
Imagine what they had to
honestly,
do.
You were in the middle of the ocean and you didn't even scuba dive?
I would have gone to get them. I could have gone to get them. Yes.
Shark infested water.
Listen, I'm one with the ocean. We know that. Had they had me out there scuba style, I could have had them out in a second. We could be hitting up a fish tacos in San Diego.
Yes, right there on Mission Beach.
Why
Get
not?
it. Give them a nice little reward.
They're sitting there waiting at TSA.
No, they got
Are
pre-check.
you
They
kidding?
got pre-check.
They got pre-check.
They're NASA.
Clear.
So upset for them. took me to bed. Think about it. I was like, leave them alone.
What
for a
they have
minute.
gone through that entire mission, and then they had to get on a plane and stand in security.
Gross. They can leave their shoes on. All right.
Have a great day.
Bye. Also upset for him.
Oh, it was so fun.
That was really fun.